Alright, so the war on Scorpio. This sort of has to do with the 13 signs because Ophiuchus traditionally supported the sign of Scorpio, but now it has emerged because Scorpio has been under attack. And a lot of people like to hate on Scorpios, but let's be real. Like, when you guys are hating on Scorpios, who are you talking about? Because right now Scorpio, the constellation only has like six days. Traditionally it's October 23rd to November 21st, but nowadays in that house, the house of Scorpions, the eighth house, or like the eighth season, like that's what they're talking about right here. That now contains Virgo um and Libra. So yeah, October 30th up to October 30th, that's Virgo, and then up to from October 31st to November 22nd, which is the true cusp, of Scorpio. Well, right, just past it is Libra. So now, like, when you're talking about Scorpios, are you talking about Virgos and Libras? Or are you talking about Scorpio starseeds who are now only 6 days because of the war on Scorpio? Because Scorpio has been reduced, but I mean Scorpio is a bug, so Scorpio does like to be small anyways. And now Ophiuchus, which traditionally supports as a supporting constellation of Scorpio, has emerged, and that's November 30th to December 17th. So that kind of like, that feels, that's like, now Scorpio has like two signs per se, you know? So it's like you guys have been fighting Scorpios for so long, but you only made them stronger. It's like, it's like co-rulership going on, that's like Mars versus Pluto, Scorpio being like the actual Scorpio now being Pluto because it's so small, and then Ophiuchus, being ruled by fire, being the Mars part. And so yeah, let's take a look. The war on Scorpios. It's like in Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like the Water Nation was under attack. It's like the South Pole got destroyed. So that's basically what like is Scorpio. It's like Scorpio's been under attack. That name is very shameful and scornful. There's a lot of Scorpio haters. It's like, dang. But yeah, so let's take a look here. The Romans ended female rule. They're what the fuck? So yeah, so 13 is a number associated with women and witches, regarded as sinister and evil. 13 is only unlucky to men. I wouldn't say 13 is unlucky to men. I just say, 13 is a feminine number because in numerology it's a 4, even though odd numbers are masculine. So it is a masculine, it's a masculine within feminine. So this basically represents women unlocking their masculine power. Scorpio is like the masculine feminine sign, because it's ruled by Mars, and it's aggressive, it has to do with fighting, deals with like basically defense. Um, so yeah, it is a number of the female goddess. 13 is part of a lunar matriarchal society that presaged the Roman Empire and was ruled by the moon. The Romans replaced a 13-month lunar calendar of 28 days with 1 day left over, with their solar 12-month calendar with odd numbered days and 1/4 of a day left. Like history books, calendars are written by the victors. Romans destroyed the female power base by fire and steel, and Ptolemy likewise enslaved the astrology in service of Roman aggression and its bloody atrocities. Modern tropical astrology is a spawn of apologists and propagandists of male tyranny. I'm just reading this, so don't take me too seriously. And it's used actually a genuflection to an ideology that represents the worst of human nature. Dang. All right, so basically, this is the truth. There are 13 full moons in a year. 13 times 28 equals 364. So yes, there are 13 months in a year. However, the 12-month calendar is not wrong because it's based off of the like I said in many other videos, it's based off and everybody knows this, who knows this, right? So it's based off winter solstice, summer solstice, spring and fall equinox. So this is a problem here. So there's 13 months, but this says there's 12 months. No, it's not 12 months. It's 4 seasons. It's supposed to be divided into 4. I mean, it can be divided into 12 for sure, no big deal. But this is why everything's all out of whack, you know? It's 13 months, 4 seasons. Get it? You know, 13 is for numerology. 4, you know? It's like that's how we balance it out. This is why we keep going back and forth and having these unnecessary wars. You know, are we trying to fight a war to win all wars? Like, isn't that like what was going on? You know, like, dang, I'm out here from Pegasus, guys. Like, you know, I don't think these aliens don't want us to know this. So yeah, Ophiuchus is dangerous to man. I don't think Ophiuchus is dangerous to man. Ophiuchus is a masculine part, like a man that supports the feminine part. I don't know, the Scorpio stuff. It's like insectilians out here. So haters who are locked in a sense of false community will try to destroy the Ophiuchus. You know, it's like Ophiuchus is taming the reptilians. They don't want that. But reptilians and insectilians are not just like masculine and feminine, even though a lot of insectilians, you know, like queen bees, you know, a lot of drones, you know, insectilians do naturally resonate with like female energy, but they do worship male. They have to have the male energy. And the reptilians, how can reptilians be associated with masculinity? I don't see how that's possible. But yeah, I think like reptiles are able to like change their sex based off temperature, or like temperature determines like what sex they are. Like the sun basically decides. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, maybe it's just a simple of the patriarchy hating the female healer and crone leader. Someone in contact with the secret source of a woman's power over death, which men cannot control. The icons are the snakes, the skills of the healer, but also of closeness to death. The major women's power over death, that's because women, you know, women create life. Men can't give birth, only women can give birth, and recent science is like, you know, Jesus was born through parthenogenesis, I think that's called, where like women can like produce like semen from their bones. Like it's super duper rare. It takes like, I guess like, you know, but it's like, I think it like kind of makes it like more difficult for women to give birth to men, because I think like Jesus was like the original like man per se. I mean, this can go way back before even humans were even born. You know, this go back to like, you know, basically like reptilians and like bacteria, like amphibians and shit. You know, who even really knows? But yeah, so which men cannot control. The icons are the snakes, the skills. Yeah, so like, you know, your mitochondrial DNA, that's like straight up your key, you know, to your existence. You know, it's like, I mean, your spiritual lineage comes through like the father, and that's all your past lives and stuff. But like your how we like get into like, you know, how do men, you know, get all these sperm cells? You know, it's probably through their mitochondrial DNA. So like your maternal lineage, they can access the men so that they become reincarnated through different lineages. You know, it's pretty crazy, huh? Because like, you know, it's like your mitochondrial DNA, that is your bloodline, you know, so that's like your access point. But then it's like to become reincarnated, you either need to go through parthenogenesis, which has to deal with, you know, like the sun, and that's kind of like auto reproduction, like cloning almost, most likely unless it's a mutation, or you can go through a man and then go back into another woman. So dang. All right. So the major problem with the baby boomer Ophiuchus is has nothing to do. Has to do with the conflict of materialism versus maternalism. One is forced, the other is pointless to resist. Yeah. So materialism. Actually, which one is which? You know, maternalism is technically forced, right? Because we all have to be. You know, we all have to come through the portal of a woman, and then materialism is also being forced on us too. But is it pointless to resist? Because it's pointless to resist maternalism because, you know, you have to be born through a woman. We're not like, I mean, you can be born as a clone, I guess, in a test tube. The test tube babies, is that gonna happen? Didn't the Chinese like break the code and create like um the first designer babies in our realm of reality? That's, except we're all kind of designer babies to some degree, right? So Ophiuchus is always in conflict with the male solar 12 sign view of the world. The value, the they value the number 13. The Romans turned women into slaves, and the Ophiuchus has the pugnacity of the ex-slave, still stinging from the lash or death by flames. Ophiuchus was actually exterminated as a social class as well as deleted from the Ptolemaic calendar. Excuse my pronunciations. They are. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out here. They are feared and hated as witches ever since. The Roman Catholic Church burned witches for 300 years. The extermination only increased during the age of Enlightenment. With the acceptance of science and medicine, it is no wonder that Ophiuchus can have a hunted look and often wish to stay in the background. It's a very brave Ophiuchus that will stand up to the persecution. Yeah, so Ophiuchus now trying to defend Scorpio from being exterminated. And who is hunting Ophiuchus? So you got Orion hunting Ophiuchus because, Orion wants revenge because Scorpio was created to kill Orion for killing all the animals, you know? And then who is directly on the front lines trying to kill Ophiuchus is Sagittarius. That's why Sagittarius is holding up a bow and arrow, and that whole belief system is at odds with Ophiuchus, who's trying to defend Scorpio. And why does everybody hate Scorpio? This is why I honestly think everybody truly hates Scorpio. It has to do with mind control. I know, yeah, Scorpio has to do with hypnosis and mind control. Dealing with, like Pluto. Pluto is like it's the long lost twin of Mercury. Mercury deals with the mind, and then Pluto deals with transformation. So Pluto, you take a look at Pluto and Mercury, they're very similar. I just did a video on like which planets are the most powerful, but they're opposite. These are two like children. Like Mercury is like the favorite child. Is being smothered with attention by the sun, by the soul, and then Pluto was like put up for adoption. Is a long lost child, is lost in the dark, doesn't know what's going on, and so it just kind of grows up to be seen as evil per se, but it's in reality it was kind of its creation, like its karmic influence was evil was imposed upon Pluto. So don't get Pluto messed up. Pluto, like maybe like Pluto was like the baby that it's kind of messed up. I don't want to even go into this too much, but like yeah, I just found this website, siderealist chart.com. So it's like it's pretty wild. 13 signs. So all right, when people say like the 13th sign is all the signs combined, are you talking about Ophiuchus or Pisces? Because Pisces, representing the feet. The feet have pressure points for every single body part, every organ in the body. That's why everybody should be getting a foot massage. It's like back massages and foot massages are so important. They go hand in hand. But Pisces, represents all the signs. Does Ophiuchus now represent all the signs too? Because Ophiuchus has a snake. The snake is an Ouroboros. The Ouroboros is infinity. So now we have two signs representing all the signs, a masculine and a feminine sign representing all the signs. I guess that does make sense. So yeah, I'm trying to get this updated birth chart for myself. But yeah, the war on Scorpio. That's why if you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, they came through and destroyed the South Pole. And all the air signs are basically, all they do is fuel fire, except for Aquarius, because Aquarius is the water-bearing air sign. So Aquarius is the last air sign, and that's what they're freaking saying in Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? And like Aquarius being right before Pisces. Pisces is the Avatar, so Aang goes to become the Avatar. He goes into Pisces. That's why he learns how to waterbend first. And the next avatar is a waterbender, right? Katara or like whatever. So yeah, it's real out here. I'm trying to get my 13th sign, but yeah, the war on Scorpio. This is extra. All these insectilians and reptilians, you're just annoying as fuck. Now we got fucking aliens fucking out here too. I already have a video on ET interference, but it's fucking annoying.